30-year-old suspect Aldean Wilkinson is appearing in the Kimberley Magistrate's court today for allegedly killing his pregnant partner. The incident is said to have occurred in May. The victim, 28-year-old Danielle from Linde, was stabbed to death in front of her 9-year-old son, who was celebrating his birthday on the day. Let's bring in for an update live from Kimberley, our senior reporter Reginald Witbooi. Very good morning to you, Reginald. What's the latest on this case?
A very good morning to you, Desiree, and also to our viewers. Yes, we are back here in the Kimberley Magistrate's Court for a fourth time, where 30-year-old Aldean Wilkinson will be making his court appearance, and we know that this is the third time that he will be applying for bail. When he first appeared in this court, the case was postponed for further investigation. So today we'll appear again in this court for formal bail application, and we also know that state witnesses have also been called in to testify already for this formal bail application. And like you've mentioned there, 28-year-old Danielle van der Linde was stabbed to death twice, one stab wound on the neck and one at the back, in front of the 9-year-old son, who was celebrated his birthday on that day. But I'm being joined by Sharifa Ferris now, and she is a family friend. A very good morning to you, Sharifa. We know that this case is going on. Aldean will be making his fourth appearance in this court, in Court A. Why do you think it's taking so long for this bail application to come to a conclusion?
To be honest, Reggie, I would like to understand that myself. As far as I know, a bail application, I'm not a lawyer, so I do not have the experience, but as far as my general knowledge goes, the bail application should not be this lengthy process. As you said before, the first two instances, it was due to the fact that the state as well as the defense needed time to conclude evidence. The third time was when one of the translators in court fell ill, apparently, and they had to then postpone to today. Hopefully by today we will get an outcome.
And then also in terms of cases, because we know that this is a gender-based violence case, and we know that there are cases that goes underreported, but also people feel that they don't have trust in the judicial system of our country. Do you have faith in the judicial system of our country?
Little to no faith. And that is based upon, and I'm not referring just to Danielle's case, I'm referring to in general. In our country, we are in crisis when it comes to GBV and crimes against females, kids in general. So it's not just about Danielle right now, it's about the country being in crisis. We are crying out for help, and our judicial system is not helping. Flimsy sentences does not help, because the perpetrators go back and they do it a second time. I was just speaking to a lady now as I was standing here, and her sister will also be in court today, or rather the perpetrator will be in court for abusing her sister. Her sister is now a mental patient, and the defense is asking that for a lighter sentence for the perpetrator due to the fact that he is the sole breadwinner of the family. Now you tell me if that is fair. A life is being taken, and all that's left is for the defense, or rather for the perpetrators, to get off with a light sentence. Where does this stop?
In terms of the household itself, the children, we know that counselling had to take place because they witnessed this case of Danielle being stabbed to death by the partner. How's the family coping?
It's extremely difficult, especially for the kids. Danielle was the type of person that her motherly skills outweighed everything. So in the morning, she would take the kids to school. So that already is a problem, because they wake up without that stability of knowing my mom is taking me to school. So now they have to adapt to a new morning where she's not there. At school, you know, kids, as lovable as kids can be, they also are questionable. So there's questions being asked, there's jokes being made. So the kids are really, it's difficult for them to adapt. They are now in a position where they have to create their own stability, because the mother's not there, the father's not there, and the only person that they have right now is Bianca, who is the sister, who is also still trying to cope with this. First of all, the fact that the bail hearing is taking so long, it has its own toll on the family as well, because they feel that they are not being served. Justice is not being served on their side. So The kids need counselling, and they are currently have had a few sessions of counselling. However, we are going to carry on with that because it's desperately needed, as well as the extended family too.
Thank you very much. Well, Desiree, that was Sharifa Ferris, and she is a family friend of the family of the late 28-year-old Danielle van der Linde, who was stabbed to death by allegedly by 30-year-old Aldean Wilkinson, saying that it's hard for the family to cope, especially for the children, because they need to adapt to new norms now, and also they need more counselling just to come to terms of what transpired on the 15th of May this year. But we are expected that Aldean Wilkinson will be making his appearance in this court, and I saw on the court roll that his case is the last on the court roll, but we will keep you updated on this case.
Reginald, while we have you, we keep talking about the one child whose birth date was on the day. Do we know how many other children there are?
Desiree, I can safely say that it's two children. It's a 9-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl. And also we know that Danielle had an extended family and also friends who cared deeply for her. But we also know that Bianca Saal also is her sister. But yeah, she had two children.
Thank you so much, Reginald, for keeping us up to speed with the developments in this court case. And of course, we'll be awaiting to hear what today's proceedings outcome is. Reginald Witbooi there, coming to us from outside the Kimberley Magistrates Court.